welcome to Christmas in July. Who doesn't love a little bit of extra bonus gifts? So I decided Christmas in July was going to be our theme for tonight, and we're heading to Alaska. And I wanted to touch base with you guys and give you some updates on travel. Right now, the CDC has extended the cruise ships as far as when they will be able to get back in business, and that's being pushed out to the end of September at this time. And there's a lot of other changes going on. I know down in Key West, the city is wrestling with the idea of whether they're going to restrict cruise ships coming into their port, and if so, they might restrict how many passengers can come in and the size of the ships and how many passengers they're carrying as well. So there is a lot of changes going on. I know also Key West, where we used to previously live, has just canceled all of their events through October. So the Hemingway Days and the Songwriter Days, as well as Fantasy Fest, which is their big money maker. So it's very disappointing. It's kind of a miniature Mardi Gras, and it happens the last Saturday of October. So there's lots going on as far as also the flights. There's people that are reporting that some of the airports like Philadelphia are ghost town. However, the flights are packed. And that was from a travel agent I was speaking with today, and she was telling me that she just flew on American, and it was a full flight, and going through the TSA, they're practicing the safety protocols, and so she said it was very smooth transition traveling. But as far as the airports, they're quiet, which surprises me if the flights are full. So anyway, that's kind of what's going on. And Alaska itself is known for their cruising because you get a real up-close experience with the glaciers and watching the whales and the wildlife in the water. And so cruising is a big part of Alaska trips. I had some folks that were scheduled for an 11-day trip that was going to be taking off August 3rd here, and that was going to be Fairbanks Denali Express northbound. And so they've postponed that till next year, and they're very disappointed. They were so anxious to travel, but we're definitely going to postpone it till next year. And so I want to introduce myself. I'm Travel Light by JJ, and I love to offer luxury expedition travel, assisting active aging travelers, busy professional, and groups with VIP experiences to help them capture that feeling of being young again through expeditions they have been dreaming about. So that's my passion, is really sprinkling on all the adventures, whether they're light or if you're a thrill seeker and want to go after the bigger heart-pounding experiences, I can help you with that as well. And so I'd like to bring up our captain this evening and start off with a little travel trivia. And I wanted to let everybody know how the travel trivia works. He will come up, Captain Eric, Big E, and he will read the travel questions, and there'll be 2 of them, and there's 4 rounds, and whoever types them in the fastest and gets them correct will be the winner. And tomorrow I will go ahead and read through the thread and announce who the winner is, and there is a tiebreaker at the end as well. So come on up, Captain E.
Aloha! Oh wait, no, that was last week. What do they say in Alaska?
Welcome.
Welcome.
Well, I have a little surprise for you.
What's that?
It's Christmas.
Yay!
And I have a basil mistletoe from our garden.
Oh! Well, I'm ready to go fishing. I got my tackle box and my favorite flies, so I'm excited to be in Alaska, and I'm going to go get the big one.
The big one. Salmon is the big one in Alaska, if you don't know that. Lots of different species of the salmon there. And so we are having that this evening. Let me introduce what we're actually having tonight.
Oh.
So Eric, we try to do a different cocktail every time. And so Eric found one that he was excited about called the Grizzly Bear. Although it says that it does not have an intense bite. As they said, it's actually very mild. So it'll be surprising to see if that is true. And then we also have the smoked salmon with the cucumbers. So there's smoked salmon cucumber bites. So we're going to be doing those tonight, and they'll be nice and light. And we also have extra salmon that I'm going to cook up tonight that I'm pretty excited about.
Should I start my trivia before you throw me overboard with the whales and the walruses and the seals?
If you act up, I might do it.
All right, I don't want to go in that chilly water. So I love the iceberg view, but here I go. Number 1, short and sweet. What is the largest U.S. state? What is the largest U.S. state? Number 2, true or false? Alaska has more coastline than all the U.S. coastline combined. You got to get your little ruler out and start measuring. Alaska has more coastline than all the coastline combined. All right, I'm off to throw a fly.
Woo! Thank you, Captain Biggie. So tonight we're going to get into our Grizzly Bear beverage, and I've chilled some martini glasses. It's best served in the martini glasses, and it consists of Kahlua, Jägermeister, which I don't think I've had since college, Amaretto, which is my favorite, and milk. So we're going to get that started. Let me know what you're all drinking tonight and where you're tuning in from. This actually to me is almost like a dessert beverage. So we're going to actually be kind of having dessert before we even get started with our appetizer. So it's going to be 1 ounce of the Amaretto. I'm going to go over here so I don't get it on my white tablecloth. And get the Amaretto out. Yum, yum. I love to have Amaretto around the holidays. Actually, I'm going to double this because Eric and I are both having one. So it's 2 ounces of the Amaretto. See, I already have a little drip there, so it's a good thing I got off the dealy wheelie. So then Jägermeister, it's 1 ounce of the Jägermeister and 1 ounce of the Kahlua. So I'm going to do 2 ounces. Oh, there's that Jägermeister smell. Brings back some memories. Not all good. I got the smallest bottle that they had because I was nervous to actually have it again. And then the Kahlua, it's 1 part Kahlua. So I'm doing 2 parts. Here we go. And then it's 2.5 parts for the milk. Here we go. It's like, it reminds me of the chocolate martinis with the Godiva chocolate. Yummy. And then 1/2. Oh, and I got to double it. So actually, which I'm kind of curious if I did that on my other ones. Who's been paying attention? Did I get enough Jägermeister and Kahlua in there? Did I do all my parts? Here we go. Gonna shake it up real good. All right, going in. What are you guys doing for the weekend? It's going to be gorgeous here. Eric's birthday's this month, so we're actually venturing out to a social distance concert locally here. All right, you coming up, Captain E?
I'd love to travel like by JJ.
To share in our...
Let's toast your friends that are online. We got Celeste, we got Joan, we got Cindy. Cheers!
Cheers, everyone! Oh yeah, nice and sweet.
Smooth.
It's definitely, it tastes more like a dessert.
This is a dessert.
Yeah.
What's this one called?
This one's the Grizzly Bear.
Oh.
This was your pick.
This is a smooth polar bear to me. This is nice.
Mm. Oh, that's good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So there's many different destinations and so many options when going to Alaska. So you really kind of need to talk with your travel advisor, me, and I can help you figure out what it is that you'd really like to hone in on as far as activities and things that you want to see and do while you're there. And you can go to Anchorage, which is known for its cultural sites. You have the Alaskan Native Heritage Center, which displays the traditional crafts and dances, and it's the gateway to all the nearby wilderness mountains, and it's a large city to do a lot there, a lot of shopping and things like that. You have Seward, which is known more as a fishing village, and it's the gateway to Kenai Fjords National Park, where the glaciers flow in from the ice fields into the coastal fjords, and it's really known for whales and porpoise habitat. And so there's a center there that you can go and view, sea lions and the puffins and all that as well. And then you also have Juneau. Juneau is another location, and you can get there not by car. They actually attempted at one time to do a road, but it was disturbing too much eco-life. So you can only get there by plane or ferry. And they've got like 280 species of birds. They've got brown and black bears. They've got 5 species of salmon. They've got whales. And you can do Juneau to Ketchikan, or do the reverse of that. So those are some places that you can visit in Alaska, and there's many more that we'll discuss, but we're going to do another round of the travel trivia, keep that going, and we're going to have Eric come up and do round number 2.
Good, Deanna just joined us.
Hi, Deanna. How are you? Thanks for joining us tonight. We're having Grizzly Bear cocktail, and then we're doing Smoked Salmon Cucumber Bites as our appetizer, and we're in Alaska. It's Christmas in July. Oh boy, Eric's got the big one. He's our fishing guide here tonight, and it looks like he's...
Here, quick, get the net. Get the net. It's coming. Oh my gosh, ready? Ready, get over here and catch it.
I don't want to.
Oh.
I'm scared.
Oh, he got away. Oh.
That's always your story, the big one that got away.
It was the biggest fish I've ever seen. It would have fit in this net.
No, I don't know about that.
I'll get him next time. All right.
So how the travel trivia works for those just joining us, Eric will read a question, and there'll be 2 questions, and he'll read it twice. And whoever types it the fastest and gets it correct, tomorrow I'll check the thread and announce the winner. And there's also a tiebreaker tonight.
Round 2. Question is, what is the capital city of Alaska? What is the capital city of Alaska? Next question in round 2. What are the 3 North American bear species in Alaska? Be careful. There's a lot of bears up north, but these are the ones that are in Alaska. What are the 3 bear species in Alaska?
Are you trying to trick him or something?
Well, I'm just giving hints.
Do you guys need these hints?
I gotta go jump in the water and get my fish.
All right, let's do our appetizer this evening, which I have my little Christmas. Just so you know, I busted out the Christmas music today, and it is so, well, because I haven't heard it in a while, I love Christmas music, and it was so relaxing. So all day I've just been chilling and going with the flow. Got out even my little Christmas gig here and put the cucumbers on there. So what's in the Smoked Salmon Cucumber Bites is you use an 8-ounce package of cream cheese, let it soften. You put 2 tablespoons of prepared horseradish in there and mix it up real good. And so I've already done that, and that's in this little bowl here. And then you just go ahead and slap it on to the cucumber. I can't wait. These are going to be delicious. And there's extra salmon left over, and I know I'm going to have to wrestle Eric for it. I'm hoping that it survives the night, and maybe we can have it in our eggs tomorrow, but I doubt it. But maybe we have extra because I'm doing salmon for dinner as well. What are you guys doing this weekend, and what are you doing tonight? You going anywhere? Is anybody getting out of their staycation at home and getting out and about?
we've got some good answers coming in.
Let's do one more round of the trivia, Eric, while I do this. Are they still answering your last ones?
Yeah, but Joan McGean was mentioning, and we've been to Ketchikan. She was talking about Ketchikan. And Ketchikan, she did the deadliest catch experience, which was awesome.
Deadliest catch of what?
I don't know.
What were you catching?
She must have went out on a big boat or something. I'm not sure. All right, you want some more trivia?
Yeah, so you put the mixture on, and then next you layer your salmon, your smoked salmon on there, and I just cut them up into little bites. And depending on how much salmon you have, you can double up or just do one slice.
Oh, I'm feeling a little defeated.
Why is that?
No fish in my catch. I tried, but I got nothing yet. But
I don't know about you. We might have to fire you if you don't come up with a big fish.
It's not about what you catch, it's the fun of fishing and being out in the beauty and the wildlife. I'm having a great time out here, even if
Well, can you at least promise us some wildlife sightings on our journey with you?
Yes.
Oh, well then I don't know. I might have to rethink it.
They're on that last stream, the bear was trying to get my fish off my line too, so we'll be able to see some bears. All right, round 3. Which of these are laws in Alaska? Which of these are laws in Alaska? It is illegal, for example, to whisper in somebody's ear while moose hunting.
And there's a lot of moose in Alaska.
Those moose don't like people talking about them, so
they actually set up a program because there's unfortunately so many moose get killed a year that they actually have a program to repurpose the meat, which is nice.
And Bullwinkle and Rocky will tell on you if you're whispering in the moose's ear. B, it is also considered an offense to feed alcohol to a moose. We don't need drunk moose.
No.
Nope.
And he doesn't want to come in contact with your grizzly bear.
And C, perhaps most strangely, Alaska has a law stating that it is illegal to push a moose out of a moving airplane. So which one of these are actual laws in Alaska?
I just can't imagine how many people go flying with a moose in there.
Is it whispering about the moose? Is it feeding it alcohol? Or is it pushing it out of an airplane? All right. One of them, you never know. Let's see, which is the law? Alaska, next question. Alaska is known for its unending daylight from what month to what month? Alaska is known for its unending daylight from what month to what month?
That's important.
All right, I'll go chat with the bears.
There you have it. Hey, you're forgetting.
Cool.
So the last part of making the appetizers is to sprinkle dill on, which is fresh from the garden. Loving it. And that's it. So wait, Big E, you want to come back and try?
Ooh, Captain Big E?
Mmm.
Wonderful. I think I'll do this one here. It's got a lot of that green stuff on it. What's the green stuff?
Dill.
I got dill.
This is dinner. So
Cheers.
enjoy.
Oh, cheers. I lost my dill.
Mmm.
Mmm.
Was it Joan who talked about Ketchikan?
Mm-hmm.
So we did go to Ketchikan. We have relatives that actually own a island over in Alaska. So Eric and I visited there one July, and it was actually Eric's birthday, so we had a celebration there. And we were out in the middle of nowhere, and we didn't bring any gifts. I didn't bring any gifts. So we had to get creative, and we went on a nature hike. And nieces and nephews and everybody gathered all sorts of things out in the nature to bring back to Eric. And some took what they found and made them into gifts. And we actually have them upstairs in our bedroom, and he will not let me get rid of them at all. And some are, down homey cute from when the kids were little. But Eric's very sentimental, and therefore we will hang on to them till he goes to his grave. I might even put them in, depending on,
I I think there's one missing.
Oh, one's missing. I don't know. I don't know what happened to that one. But anyway, so we started there, had a wonderful time, went on hikes to see the bear. It was kind of scary. My brother-in-law would bring a gun with him, and I'm like, what are you doing with the gun? He's like, oh, you just never know. And I thought, oh, okay. So anyway, we were prepared should he feel that we were being threatened in any way. But then we ended up taking a plane over to Ketchikan, and that's where the magic was happening. In Ketchikan, we get in a taxi, and we're driving in the taxi, and all of a sudden, the taxi driver pulls over, and he starts taking pictures, and we're like, what is he taking a picture of? And this is back before cell phones. We didn't even have any means of taking the pictures with the camera on your cell phone. So we're looking at him thinking, what's he taking pictures of? And we look up, and on this tiny little cross, so tiny, were two massive bald eagles on each of the cross, right on either side of the cross. And they dwarfed the cross because they were so massive. And we're looking around for any way to like find a camera, and the only thing that we could find was a hardware store, and they didn't sell disposable cameras.
Top of a church.
Yeah, and so we definitely couldn't get a picture of it, but it's here. As long as we don't get dementia, we're good with that, and it is a wonderful image that every time I see a bald eagle, it makes me think of that moment. But they are really known for their rich cultural, history. They have the totem poles everywhere, and then they have the spawning salmon streams as well. And so we'd walk around the village and see all the salmon going and the ladders that they have, and it's just amazing. And they also have wolves. They've got the wolves, they've got the bears, they've got the eagles, and it's near the Misty Fjords National Monument. So it was really a special place that we enjoyed. It's along the southeast coast, and it's on the inside passage along the southeast coast. And like I said, it's just something that was just a remembering place for sure. So we also, in that trip, got a lot of wonderful souvenirs. I still have a jacket from there that I love to wear all the time. I mean, there's, again, so much culture and different things you can do. The best time of the year is to go in the summer, anywhere from mid-May to mid-September. It's the warmest and the driest over there. So that's probably the ideal time to travel. You've got so much activity. The planes, flights over there, and the amount of pilots they have is unbelievable to keep up with the demand for the flights. You can go on float planes, you can do fixed wing, or you can do helicopter rides. And you can go and see the glaciers, you can view the bears, you can fly in fishing, you can do dog sledding, you can do day trips, you can do night trips. There's all different options with doing different ventures with the planes. And so that's a lot of fun. There's so many other activities that you can do. You can do the biking, hiking, fishing. There's gardens. You can go and do the gold panning and mining. There's golfing. There's ice climbing. There's shopping. There's rafting, kayaking, canoeing. I mean, the list just goes on. You can do motorcycle touring. There's also photography tours and adventure and eco tours. So there's a full gamut of things that you can do, which is just wonderful, and always bringing you back to do other things. Like I said, and you have Denali, which is in the Northwest, and it's the North American's tallest park. It's 20,310 feet, and due south lies the Kenai Peninsula with the Kenai Fjords and National Park. And the hiking there and the wildlife is just amazing. So that's something that you might want to factor in. And you can also rent entire lodges. You know, if you have a group, a multi-generation group, or any type of, your book club group, any type of affinity group that you want to go and do a tour with, an excursion and do your travels with, it's a great place. And you could then do a private lodge. You can also rent private boats. There's just so much to do and so much to enjoy, and definitely a place that I want to go back to. Because like I said, we flew in and flew out, and the only additional place we got to go was Ketchikan. After being on the island and being isolated to that island, we went out in the boat and did salmon fishing, and that was amazing. And it was just really downtime to be with your family and to play games and get back to the simpler times and really enjoy each other's company. Kind of what I feel like we're going through right now with this pandemic. We're all at home and we're really circling back to the simpler times in life, pre-phones and that sort of thing, although everybody is on all their electronics right now. But I'm saying as far as spending time together and really appreciating your time with your family. And friends are basically, you get to see them by Zoom, and some people are starting to venture out and see their friends, but Eric and I haven't really done that yet. We're still staying at home and enjoying our new vegetable gardening and reaping all the wonderful things that it's bringing to us, and excited about the growth that is happening. And tomorrow we'll be weeding out there. I don't know if we're so excited about that part of it, but it's all part of the process. So we're going to do our trivia.
Okay, trivia. Joan, I just have to say she had a great experience with her husband where the plane took them in and landed on a glacier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which sounds like fun. I want to do that after I finish trying to catch my fish. Sign me up.
What round are you on?
I am on number 4.
Okay.
And
So we'll do round 4 and the tiebreaker.
So 4 plus.
And then we're going to go through and read the answers.
4 plus. All right, here we go. Round number 4. What is the distinctive type of unending daylight called? What is the distinctive type of unending daylight called? And the next question, in 1989, ooh, I know this one. What ship hit a reef in the Prince William Sound and spilled over, this is just awful, 11 million gallons of crude oil? What ship hit the reef in Prince William Sound and spilled over 11 million gallons of crude oil? Luckily, there was lots of volunteers. I remember seeing the pictures, and they're wiping up all the birds and cleaning them up. Oh. Hopefully that won't happen again. And our tiebreaker, for all you who've been typing, tiebreaker question. Alaska is over twice the size of the next largest state, which is what state? Alaska is over twice the size of the next largest state, which is what state? So you got to figure that out. I mean, there's some states have big area. Some states have lots of islands that have the big area. Some states go up coast and you got a lot of coastline. You know, I don't know. Tough question.
All right, please read through the answers.
Answers already?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll wet my whistle. I need my grizzly bear.
Grizzly Bear.
There's my grizzly bear. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers,
All right.
everyone. Happy Friday.
All right, no more answering. Here it is. What is the largest state? Answer is, you guessed it, Alaska is 665,384 square miles. That's a lot.
Yeah.
It makes up about 18% of the total area of the United States. Also, it has more
Land area of the United States.
Land area
Yep.
of the United States. Also, I heard a seal. Did you hear the seal?
Yeah.
Also, it has more land mass than 22 smallest states combined. In fact, the second largest state, Texas, ding, 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 is just about 40% of the size of Alaska. If Alaska were to become an independent country, would we let that seal on board? It would be the 18th largest in the entire world. The 18th largest country of its own country.
Yeah.
The seals
That's
are
big.
getting active
So
in the
there's
harbor.
plenty of places to go and discover.
All right, this is the true or false. Alaska has more coastline than the U.S. coastline combined. The answer is
True.
true. 33,904 miles of it in total. I mean, I know the coast of Maine, if you snap it, was over 2,000 miles of coast. This is This is more than 10 times, 15 times that. Wow. What is the capital city of Alaska?
Juneau.
Juneau. Juneau?
Did you know?
Juneau, I know. Juneau. What are the 3 North American bear species in Alaska? And I saw, contrary answers up here. So this is interesting. The 3 species in Alaska are brown bears, black bears, and polar bears.
There you have it. You might have gotten thrown off, thought it was the grizzly bear because we're having this cocktail night, but it's not.
All right. Which of these are laws in Alaska? Was it whispering in an ear about a moose? Was it
while hunting?
Yeah. Was it feeding alcohol to a moose? Was it kicking the moose out of your airplane? Well, let you know, it was all the above.
D, all the above.
Ding, ding, ding.
I can't imagine how many people are in a plane with a moose. And
Well, that's against the law. You can't do that. All right.
Why? Why would you do it? I don't even understand.
Well, he probably crawled in there for a ride out of there. He was cold. Alaska is known for its unending daylight from what month to what month? The answer is May until August. What? Oh, that seal. He just really wants to jump on board. What is the distinctive type of unending daylight called? The answer is midnight sun, and it's only found in areas located above the Arctic Circle. Approximately 33% of Alaska lies above the circle, making for some of very intense days. That's going to be crazy to have all that.
Yes.
In 1989, what ship hit the reef in the Prince William Sound and spilled over 11 million gallons of crude oil? Well, that ship was called the Exxon Valdez. I think we remember that. Ooh. Tiebreaker. Alaska is over twice the size of, and I think we already gave this away, the next largest state, which is what state?
Texas.
Texas. There's a tiebreaker. Nice joining you all. Thank you, Travel Light by JJ.
So our seal, I don't know if anybody can hear him in the background, is our puppy dog Cabo, who had his 13th birthday on July 9th, so recently just had his birthday. And he is sequestered in a location in our house, and he has discovered that we're still in the house without him, and he is barking, but his bark has now turned into a seal-like sound because he's an old man. So he's up there going, oh, 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 oh. So that's why Eric and I are giggling, because we can hear our seal in the background, and I don't know if you can. So that is our wrap for tonight's happy hour. Thank you so much for joining us here with Travel Light by JJ. And you can visit my website, Travel Light by JJ. I also have a Facebook page and also Instagram, and you can follow me on there as well. I do a travel newsletter every other week, so you can go on my website and sign up for that if you'd like to receive that, with all sorts of information and tips about travel. And thank you so much for joining us. I suggest the Grizzly Bear, but more as a dessert drink than maybe a starting of the evening for happy hour. But the cucumber bites with the smoked salmon and the dip and the cream cheese with the horseradish, excellent. I'll post those recipes in the thread, so if you want to revert back to them and check on that, you can do that at that time. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Before we go,
yes,
we got to say happy birthday to Rusty. That's Joan's dog, who's 13 today.
Okay. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you. Ole! Happy birthday, Rusty. We always do the Mexican version of the birthday song, so that's what that was. Have a good one. Good night.